Well, anyway, it goes ahead here and it says that it is blessed for those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. I don't know about you, but I don't have to make serious plans that if I don't eat today, that's not the way it works. I know I'm going to eat today. I don't know about you. Hunger. We pursue hunger in such a way that you know that you're going to do it. You know you're going to get your food. You know that you're going to strengthen yourself. It puts a drive into you. For people who have truly experienced some serious poverty and that hunger takes hold of you, you will get a determination and a drive to seek after that object by which you know it will sustain your life. It becomes all-consuming. I got to make sure that I eat just before I preach. I can hardly think. Why? Because my mind is right here in my belly. It becomes a driving force whenever that hunger takes hold of you. And this is what Jesus said it is like to be a Christian, really. That there's a hunger and there's a drive and a thirst for you. But you know what? You can't conjure up hunger. You either have it or you don't. But you know what you can do? You can pray for it. You can pray for that hunger to take hold of you. You can pray for it. Matter of fact, the longer I'm away from food, I don't find that my drive for it gets weaker. My drive for it gets stronger. And so whenever you live in a wicked environment, and it seems like even in your own soul you've been starting to be distant from all the good things of God, it starts to kick in. And you are not at ease. It starts to drive you and agitate you. And pretty soon you will do whatever it takes. These are the kind of people, they come down to the front row when they hear the first hymn. These people are not the kind that are asking to be persuaded to come to Jesus Christ. These are the kind that, as far as they're concerned, they hear that first hymn, it's like smelling the sautéing of the onions before the meat's even been brought out. I don't know about you, but whenever my wife starts making spaghetti, I go to the door and just start going, what do you got? Just the smell of it is bringing me into the kitchen. Before the preacher even gets the hamburger meat out of the refrigerator and starts to cook it up for you, these people are ready to go because they know the value of it, because they know it will sustain their life. They know it will sustain their life. So it goes on, it says, blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Mercy is a type of thing that comes along with a type of power and influence. And whether you know it or not, even if you feel powerless in this world, at certain points in life you're going to have power. You're going to have some kind of strength over somebody. And mercy can be handed out to somebody by virtue of their weakness, or your power over them, or their guilt, or both. It's kind of like this. Mercy is the law over the law. And this is what I mean. Without mercy, the law becomes impersonal. There's no longer a feeling, thinking, volitional mind behind it, who's really determining the destiny of people. And that's why in life, even though we have rules, you may have rules in your house, but the rules still ultimately must be subject to someone of mercy. It's like, let's say my son were older, and let's say I was a traveling preacher, and I moved around a lot, and so finally he's a new kid at a school. And one day he doesn't make up his bed, and so, by the rules of my house, I could ground him. Even though I know that that night he's finally made a friend at a school, and he's getting to go to a movie with them. And for some time he's had trouble making friends. In the moment, I can look at that and say, well, I could hold to the rule, and I can ground him, and I would be within my rights. It would be the law that was set up within my home. But mercy sees that there can be an intention of the law that can still be achieved, which is the greater good beyond the law, that it can look into the situation and say, you know what? A greater good can flourish beyond just the legalism of the moment. And go ahead and let that child go ahead to that movie so that they can make a friend, even though they deserve something else. But there are those that they don't see the law this way. They don't see right and wrong this way. They see right and wrong as power. Leverage again, as leverage. They have no mercy. Matter of fact, they don't even understand the concept. No mercy. Someone who can't look at their own fallenness and identify with it at all. that when they see the fallen nature of others, it is distant to them. They don't see themselves identifying with it all. They have forgotten their condition before God. But a truly merciful person is a great and wonderful person. A truly merciful person you will never forget for the rest of your life once you run into them. The kind of person that they have experienced the grace and mercy of God on them so greatly that it flows out from them even onto truly, truly, truly bad people. And you'll never forget them, ever. There's nothing like them. They're like Christ.